この動画では、リスニング力を鍛えるために、歴史上の出来事を簡単な英語で解説します。リスニング力を上げながら、歴史も学びましょう。
The Boston Tea Party。
ボストン茶会事件とは、アメリカ植民地の人々がイギリスの税制度に反発し、ボストン港に停泊していたイギリスの船から大量の紅茶を海に投げ捨てた事件です。それではリスニングスタートです。
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have a story from American history. It is a very important story. The name of the story is The Boston Tea Party. It is not a happy party with cake and music. No, it is a different kind of party. Let's learn about it together. Our story happens a long, long time ago. The year is 1773. America is not a country yet. It is a group of 13 colonies. These colonies belong to Great Britain. The King of Great Britain is King George III. The people in America are called colonists. Many colonists are unhappy. Why are they unhappy? They are unhappy about taxes. What is a tax? A tax is money you must pay to the government. For example, if you buy a cup of tea, you must pay a little extra money to the king. The king uses this money for many things. But the colonists have a big problem. They have no voice in the British government. They cannot say yes or no to these taxes. They call this taxation without representation. It is not fair. The British government makes a new law. This law is about tea. A big British company, the East India Company, has a lot of tea. Too much tea. The British government says, this company can sell its tea in the American colonies. And it will be the only company allowed to sell tea. This makes the price of tea very low. But there is still a tax on the tea. The British government thinks the colonists will be happy. They can buy cheap tea. But the colonists are not happy. They are angry. They think this is a trick. If they buy the cheap tea, they are accepting the tax. They are saying the king has the right to tax them without their permission. The colonists say, no, we will not buy the tea. In many cities, the colonists tell the tea ships to go back to Britain. They say, take your tea away. We don't want it. In the city of Boston, the people are very, very angry. The governor of Boston will not send the ships away. 3 ships are in the Boston harbor. Their names are the Dartmouth, the Eleanor, and the Beaver. They are full of tea from the East India Company. The people of Boston have a meeting. Many, many people come to the meeting. They talk for a long time. They decide to send a message to the governor. They say, please, send the ships back to Britain. But the governor says, no. The ships will not leave. The men must unload the tea and pay the tax. This makes the people very upset. It is the night of December 16, 1773. It is cold and dark. A group of men has a plan. They want to make a strong protest. They want to show the king they are serious. Who are these men? Many of them are called the Sons of Liberty. They dress up in a special way. They want to look like someone else. They don't want people to know their real faces. So, they dress like Native American people. They put dark paint on their faces. They wear old clothes and blankets. They carry small axes and hatchets. The group, about 100 men, walks quietly to the Boston harbor. They go to the 3 ships. They are very organized. They do not want to damage the ships. They do not want to hurt anyone. They only want the tea. They go onto the ships. They find the boxes of tea. They use their hatchets to break open the boxes. Then, they throw all the tea into the water of the harbor. The tea is everywhere. It is in the air. It is in the water. The salt water ruins the tea. People watch from the shore. They are quiet. The only sound is the chop, chop, chop of the hatchets. How much tea do they destroy? They destroy 342 boxes of tea. That is a lot of tea. Today, that tea would be worth millions of dollars. The whole event takes about 3 hours. When they finish, they clean the ships. They sweep the floors. Then, they go home. No one fights. No one takes anything from the ships. They only destroy the tea. The next morning, the harbor is full of tea. The water is brown. The tea is all ruined. The people of Boston are happy. They are proud of the Tea Party. But the British government is very, very angry. King George III hears the news. He is furious. He says, the colonists must be punished. The British government makes new, very strict laws for Boston. They close the Boston harbor. No ships can come in or go out. This means no food, no supplies, no trade. They also take away the colony's right to govern itself. The British call these new laws the Coercive Acts. But the colonists have a different name for them. They call them the Intolerable Acts. Intolerable means you cannot accept it. You cannot bear it. It is too bad. These punishments do not make the other colonies afraid. Instead, the other colonies become angry too. They want to help Boston. They send food and supplies. They become more united. This unity is very important. It is one of the big steps that leads to the American Revolutionary War. The American Revolutionary War starts in 1775. Just a year and a half after the Boston Tea Party. The colonists fight against the British soldiers. They fight for their independence. They want to be a free country. So, the Boston Tea Party was a very important event. It was not a real party. It was a powerful protest. It was a symbol. It showed the world that the American colonists were serious about freedom. They were ready to fight for the idea of no taxation without representation. Today, Americans remember the Boston Tea Party. It teaches us that sometimes, people must take a stand for what is right. It is a story of courage and the fight for freedom. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it and learned some new English words. Remember, practice listening every day. See you in the next video.